Hey everybody. Hey, how's everybody doing? Appreciate y'all coming in and watching. Hey Hunter, how you doing, buddy? Everybody doing all right tonight? Hey Brad, how you doing, bud? Hey Clint, how you doing? Doing good, Hunter. Everything's going good. Nice temperature. Best part of it is there ain't no rain going on. Just got home, didn't want to cook. I ain't cooking. We don't eat big on Sunday nights. We had a nice lunch. We had fried pork chops and macaroni and cheese and some baked beans. Been messing with them puppies. If y'all guys would give us a thumbs up. I know they're bringing lots of equipment in over there. Most of it's old and ragged stuff, but still a lot of stuff gonna be there, I believe. Hey George. That sounded good, Hunter. Sound like you should be full. Yeah, I know it's tearing that nice hayfield up over there where they're bringing all that equipment in. Yeah, fried oysters do sound good. I haven't had no oysters in a while. Yeah, all them, cause they got 18-wheelers and stuff steady coming into that hayfield, and they turning and tearing it up and packing it. Plus, they having to unload a bunch of that stuff with them with some type of loader. Your winter week's about 1 inch high. Hey Jeff Raymond, I appreciate you stopping in, buddy. We just chatting a little bit, and whatever the guys want to talk about or whatever we get into. Right now, I was just talking about how they having a farm auction on one of our places that we do hay. Places we do hay, and they are really tearing it up. Tearing it up with all the equipment coming in and out. And this actually was one of our best producing fields this year. But maybe it'll work out. Yeah, we're going to see what works out. They're trying to sell that whole farm. If the farm don't sell, then we'll try to work on it to get it, you know, back in best shape we can for next year. But if not, then I reckon somebody else will have to worry with it. Hey Kelly, thanks for stopping in. But I'm sure glad that today's the second day that we really not had much rain. So that's a blessing that maybe it'll actually dry out some. You sold your 1590 grain drill. Snow in there, Kelly. Y'all can keep all that snow. I think we got to 63 degrees again today here. It's like 58, 59 right now. What was that? How many acres? I think there's 45 acres of hayland there. There's about 50 some acres of row crop land. And it totals up to, I think, 180 acres, you know, because a bunch of it's wooded also. And there's a hog house on it. There's a brooder house on it for the sow and pigs. Hey, PV Farms. There's a hog house, a sow, a brooder house. There's a 125 foot by 60 foot enclosed building that's 3 years old there. And I think there's a 40 foot by 80 foot, what I call I call it like the airport, the hangar buildings, just rounded, one of them. And there's a 2-story house on it that I think was built in the 90s. And they're gonna want to sell it all as one parcel, I believe. So it's gonna be out of my range. You want to buy that 5512. Nice to meet you too. Pew, I don't remember, what was your name, Emma? Pug View. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all guys coming in. Brad already got a warm season grass coastal. If y'all guys would give us a thumbs up. I really like hanging out on Sunday nights with y'all. Getting to chat and catch up what everybody else has got going on. I'm back out in the shop tonight too. I'm sure y'all can tell. I don't like sitting in the house no more than I have to. Most of our grass here, Brad, is coastal. That's what I bail, and I'm pretty sure that's what Mr. David and Clint bails at their place too. I think I'm gonna get a helicopter to land at my front door. You enjoy it when you can make it to the live on Sundays too. He's just hovering right by. The blue heeler puppies that we showed y'all the other day, when I made that video, there was 8 of them and one of them didn't make it. Then the next morning I went out there and there was 8 again. So that, you know, she had one more during the night and they all looking good. Well, cool season grass is like orchard grass. Fall through the spring months. I've never planted none. Clint or Mr. David could tell you, Brad. But the rest of the puppies is doing good. Every time I go by the I put them in the horse trailer. Well, it's actually a horse trailer that I converted to a livestock trailer. I put them in there so they wouldn't, because it's been raining so much. Hey, Lever Guns, appreciate you stopping in. I put them in the trailer that way they wouldn't get wet and keep them out the wind. Yeah, and them little suckers as fat as little butter balls. Every time I go by, they eat them. And we just went ahead and put the automatic feeder hanging on the back door of the trailer in there for her. Seems to be doing good. We might get rid of some of them, I'm sure, because I can't imagine keeping 8 more blue heelers as active as they are running around. You can't never tire them out. I made a little short video for y'all guys. I'll probably drop it tomorrow. It'll introduce y'all to my red heeler, the one that does almost all the work with the cows when we need him. Yeah, they'd be very active. Thanks, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We don't have much, but we try to make the best out of what we got and try to be honest with y'all. So if I tell you that I like something, I really like it. If I tell you it worked for me. And that rat trap I built has not worked for me yet, out the 5-gallon bucket. But I think we caught a bunch of the mice out of the building with regular traps before we put that up. But my dog loves it. The blue heeler with the puppies loves it. Every time I let her out, she comes in the building and licks the peanut butter and stuff off the can. So it works good for catching dogs. I have put, yeah, all the cereals will grow. Sometimes I'll put oat and wheat and winter rye and ryegrass mixture in my cow pastures. But a lot of times I do it, sometimes I don't do it. I'm about to come to the conclusion that if the crop does good in the winter, then it costs me more in the spring to put the nutrients back in my pasture for the pasture to keep up with the cows during the summer. So if we have plenty of hay, I'd just about assume not plant nothing in the pasture that's going to take out the land during the winter. Or that's how I look at it. That could be wrong. Yeah, I'm sure you can no-till in the fall and graze it like that. Some of them do. Like I said, a bunch of the guys still, around me no-till their pastures and stuff. Like, yeah, it's hard for me to type on mine. If I do, half of the time it auto-corrects something and changes somebody's name or what I'm saying to something different. You plant rye a week after plant season, it'll grow great. Get them up about 5 inches before February. And half the time, if I do drill my cow pastures, it'll get up to about 4 inches, and then it'll get back into 80s for a week, and then that messes it up, seems like. Hey, Heaven's Gate. Glad you made it to stop in and chat with us. Stuffy, glad you stopped in too. Yeah, I wish that there was enough that we could let them graze all year and not have to make the amount of hay that we have to have to sustain the cows. Ryegrass will grow good, yeah. It's time to plant oats in the dark nights of October. If I did, Clint, it's not ringing a bell to me. They had something there. It was orange, and I had talking in that video, but the wind was blowing so hard that I had to delete all my, because I had questions for y'all about some of the stuff, but I had to abort it all. But it was some kind of orange thing that looked like it had a chain in it, like it picked up hay bales. But it had like a loop on the other end of it that was standing straight up in the air. I have to go back and show y'all one of that. It's yellow and folds up. Your mother-in-law's in Virginia. Good for the hay fields. That hay field that equipment's being set up in, that field's got irrigation on it. Actually, I think that whole farm does. You can irrigate out of the lagoons, or you can irrigate off of wells that they have on the property. But of course, this year we didn't need to run no type of irrigation. Okay, so that's a bale loader. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what it was because it didn't quite look complete. And it looked like, nothing that I've ever seen. Yeah, Brad, I've thought about doing some drilling in the hayfield or two just to try to get a cutting off of it and then let it die out because of the hot season. Now we got your full attention. The Bears lost a close game. We went and tried to get the old baler that we're gonna start working on to try to build a rebeller out of, but it's too wet. I'm gonna rut that. It's actually sitting over in front of my log cabin, and it's gonna rut it up so bad trying to get it out. But it's supposed to be pretty this week. If it stays pretty like they're calling for, we'll be able to get it out and get it to the shop here maybe one day this week. So we can get started on it. What y'all guys got going on this week? This year we worked about 75 acres of hay. Last year we worked like 120 acres of hay, 115 or 120 acres of hay last year. Well, year before last now, because this is a new year. But we're going to try to get back up probably 120, 130 this year. Anything we seed in the coastal will it'll delay it. But yeah, our goal is to get back to 125, 130 acres. We don't spread any manure on ours. We do regular fertilizer, potash and lime, and use 24S liquid nitrogen. We've toyed with the ideal a few times of putting some chicken litter or something out, but I'm scared of bringing in a lot of weed seed and different stuff to the hay fields, because I hear a lot of stories about bringing different weed seed in with the chicken manure. Finally supposed to get freezing temperatures middle of the week. And our cow pens, Brad, I've got a 6-foot tall chain link fence, and I've got a 4-foot piece put right beside it, which makes it 10 foot wide, and it's about 20 foot long. And we drag the cow pens, and it breaks it up and scatters it over the whole cow pastures. That's what we do with our cow manure. We leave it in the pastures and spread it. And where we put hay out at, that has manure in it, and generally we'll just scatter it out. I've got one guy that come and I give it to a guy sometime. He'll come load it. We'll help him load it, and he'll haul it off. Puts it in his garden. Because we don't have a spreader. We don't have no way to spread the wasted hay and the manure that's mixed. Y'all gonna finish spreading the pastures this weekend? Hey, Eric. How you doing? Cow manure per ton. 37 pounds of nitrogen. It works good in our cow pastures. Like I said, we just let them go wherever they go, and then we like to do it about 4 times a year. But if we're real busy like this year, we'll probably we got it done 3 times, and it needs it again now. But if you catch it right after it rains, a little shower, then that chain link fence breaks that manure up real good. You won't even see it out in the pasture, and then You know, it scatters it out good and seems to work good as long as we don't plant. If, like I said, if we go in there and plant something for them to graze in the winter, then it seems to pull a lot out the soil. Then we have to add it back in the spring. But if we running short on hay, like I thought we was, then if we're running short or think we're gonna be short on hay, then of course we'll plant it. Sometimes we double plant it. Just depends on, you know, what we think we need. Chicken litter will bring in weeds. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Some guys feed chicken litter to their cows. Just finished up the chores, the wind's picking up. If y'all guys is new in here and you haven't, give us a thumbs up. So maybe it'll keep it spreading and YouTube will send it out and might get some more people in. Or if y'all know how to share it out and tell some people. After the chicken litter goes through the heat, the weeds ain't quite as bad. Broadcasting the seed and then hitting it with a 40 packer in the spring. That should work. We was working on acquiring some more land to try to do a few row crop next year. But I think we're gonna wait on the row crops right now because of the interest that Mr. Clinton, Mr. Davis got me in with the producing more square bales. Manure only spreads weed seed if you feed weedy hay. Yeah, that's very true. Have y'all ever heard of feeding chicken litter to your cows? I know some guys that do it. I won't do it. I'm scared to do it. I wouldn't want to eat no meat that's been fed chicken litter. But even several of the universities around recommend it. Row crop ain't no good. Yeah, the row crop I was gonna do, Clint, was just to produce feed for my cows. Yeah, that was the only row crops that we was even contemplating doing, was to produce our own feed for cows to maybe have more cows. A round bale of coastal hay in my area is about $55 a 4x5 round bale. A 4x6 will be about $65 in this area. And that's coastal. That's pretty much all that's right in my area. You have a few guys that grow the Tifton Bahia, which is what I just call it highway grass. $150 a bale for 800-pound alfalfa grass mix. No, no, you can't grow nothing. That's a lot of money. I'd probably feel bad selling a bale of hay for $150. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Wish alfalfa would grow good there. Y'all lucky if you can get 30 for a 4x4. Well, a 4x4 is a pretty smaller bale. Whenever you go from a 4x4 to a 4x5, there's a lot of difference in weight and hay, you know, the amount of feed you get in the bale. Or they. Wow. Thank you, Hunter. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Hey, Back Farms, how you doing? Oh, that's Clint telling somebody else hello. You don't ever get a notification? A little over a year. We've been doing YouTube a little over a year. Been doing it, been really trying to do it hard for about 4 months now. For the longest time, I would just post one video every month or every 2 or 3 weeks. What are the details? Oh, you're talking on the 786 that you made the video for me and I called the guy? I think he wants 8,500 or 8,900 for that tractor. He told me he thinks he's gonna have a guy coming my way either the end of January or the 1st of February. And we're gonna get back together and see if it is. And if when he let me know something, I told him I was gonna let you know, and I might have you to go check it out, you know, and do a starting it up for me on video or something. So, because I can't drive that far to look at it and make a decision on it. But if he's got a guy that's coming this way, that's gonna help make my decision to possibly deal with him. As long as nothing crazy don't happen, we're gonna buy them 2 766 Internationals. that a local guy right here's got. And we watching the loaders at the sale. Yeah, I don't know when it'll be back farms, but I'm watching that I think it was a 383 Massey that burnt that's at that sale with a loader. I'm gonna watch that to see if I can pick that up to take that loader off and put on one of mine. And they got that Westendorf front end loader that was in the video that I put up yesterday. I'll be watching that one also. They got a lot of stuff out there in that field. I said most of it's old and needs work and is junk to a lot of people, but I see a lot of good and a bunch of old stuff. Some scrap metal and a grinder and a torch and a welder. Man, you can make something nice out of nothing. Oh, what did I miss? Get a John Deere, Clint. Any of y'all got anything interesting going on this week? I don't see nothing coming up. So the rat trap that I made out of the 5-gallon bucket, we had already caught about 6 mice in the building here with regular mouse traps. So that might be what's holding, why it's not performing good here. But I'm gonna take it tomorrow to my shop that's on the farm and put it in there and see if we have any luck out of it. But I'll let y'all know either way. Hey, beautiful world, USA. Thanks for stopping in. You might go to the Massey dealer tomorrow and do some sightseeing. You like to breathe old life in the old equipment. Oh, you can handle it, Clint. Your 4020 came from Mountain View Tractor. You plan on buying a new one coming summertime? That's right. You were showing your grandpa's. I think that was you the other day. You were showing your grandpa's Kubota. I'd love to have a new one, but I just don't see it working out for me right now. Like I said, I see trying to buy them 2 old ones. Pennsylvania Farm Show was happening. I plan on trying to pick up them 2 older ones and seeing if I can score one or both of them loaders. Putting a loader on one of them and putting the other loader maybe on the 574. Back Farms is going to do a review on the Workmaster 60. You tired of borrowing your grandpa's? Yeah, if we could score both of them loaders at a fair to a great price, that would be awesome to pair up with them. Either put them on both of them 766s or on one of them. Because I'm telling you, it's tough moving a lot of round bales of hay with only a 3-point spear to load them and unload them. And we do use the backhoe some. We've got a spear to go on the bucket, and we use it sometimes. It's a lot of time consuming using the 3-point spear to load. And plus you limit on how high your trailer can be to put it on. You're really happy with the Kubota? Yeah, a video we made a couple weeks ago, we've got a Case IH dealer and a Kubota dealer that's together. And we looked at some Kubotas and some Case tractors, and like I said, I'd love to be in a new one. But I think I'd rather have 2 more tractors in operation versus one with a cab right now. I could get a lot more done in the same amount of time with 2 more going. The regen systems. You got a 75C case and there's tons of issues. I don't remember what kind of case that was at that sale on that video yesterday. If it was a 75 or a 100, I don't remember. But it looks like it's got a bunch of leaks or something all up under the cab and stuff. Just by walking around it, checking it out. If y'all guys would give us a thumbs up. Let's keep this thing going. Get them sharing it out more. Hey, farm work. Stay in here and chat with us for a few minutes, farm work. Don't just jump in and haul buggy on us. Hang around and chat. Meet some of these guys. Thank you guys. The thumbs up went right up. I like red. All my tractors is red. They old, so they're rusty now. They're not really red no more. But a buddy of mine that I use his stuff, he's got, that I build with his stuff earlier in the year, that Maxim 125 was super smooth. I mean, it bailed them 4x6 bales with no problem. Cutting, you didn't even know it was back there cutting. Okay, yeah. How big a tractor are you looking for there? back farms. Like I said, that Maxim that I run, that 125 Maxim, that baby was sweet. But when I looked at that C100, I asked about a Maxim 120, 100 or whatever, and they was a lot more. Get a 6400 deer to do anything I ask it. How many horses does 6400 John Deere Brad? $10, $20, $30, or $40 series, share a bunch of parts. $85. $60 horse, but that's right, I remember that on your video. You're talking about the height going in your building. Yeah, I'd like to have, I said, if I wasn't scared I was going to completely kill my 574 doing it all, I really like the 574 from the standpoint of how easy they are to work on. Yeah, the 574 is so simple to work on. And I'm sure the other ones will be too. Work on once you mess with them the first time or two. It's just when you haven't never worked on one or messed with one much, you tend to overthink it before you start on it. Or that would be me anyway. But I'm hearing a lot of good stuff on the 766s that I'm looking at from the research and stuff I've been doing and talking to different guys. So he told you how to like it, what time you was watching? Good deal. Appreciate it there, buddy. I haven't known how to do it long. Somebody had to explain it to me too. Now I got I hear cats out there fighting, and I don't even have cats. Hey, Weidman Photography. Glad you was able to stop in and chat with us for a second. Give us a thumbs up while you're in here. Hold on, y'all. Let me go see make sure there ain't nothing out here. I'll be right. These dogs are going crazy. Where did I lay my flashlight? Tell you what, we plug these lights up where I can see out there, and I won't need a flashlight. Be right back. Hey. What's the problem? Hey, Matt. I got a good beagle if any of y'all want a beagle. My wife raised him from a day old on a bottle and a syringe, and that sucker's got the biggest mouth. See you later, Brad. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Hey, DLK. You doing all right? We're just out there checking on your puppy a while ago. Hey, Buff Ranch. Yeah, I don't even have no cats. That's the bad part. That's why I got mice in my building, ain't it? The puppies is doing great. I was out there earlier and checking on them. She had another one the night I posted the video, so she's back up to 8. They all looking good. I'm gonna drop y'all a video on showing them a little better tomorrow, so y'all can go ahead and get your one picked out and get your deposit sent in to hold them. And y'all will get to see the daddy on that video tomorrow. I had several people to ask about the daddy, so he's in the video tomorrow. And you can carry him in the cow pen and the... Yeah, that's what I told my wife last night, that we was gonna go up there and go ice skating with you. They probably won't even let me cross the border. The Massey Ferguson Beller is doing good. It's still, well, it was doing good last time we used it, but that ain't got nothing to do with next time. I've come to that conclusion about hay baler. Just cause it was working when you parked it don't mean it'll work when you go back. He needs a sled dog. Yeah, I had to send my puppy go out there. I had to send him with a blanket. You have to get him a fur coat. But that little beagle's a mess, y'all. My brother-in-law raised beagles. And when they went on vacation, maybe last year, I believe, the mama had puppies, and something happened anyway. The mama died, and all the my wife found them, and all the mama was dead, and all the puppies was dead except one. So she brought it home and put it in the house, and bottle raised it. And man, you talking about a mess. No, I was waiting on my GoFundMe, waiting on some money to get right. Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna buy those 766 Internationals. I'm pretty sure we're gonna buy both of them. What was your round beller that my first round beller was a New Holland. I can't remember the number, but it was a chain beller. It would bell anything you put in it, but every bell it made was loose. That's the beller that I'm gonna cut up to make the attempt to make a rebeller out of. And we've got a Vermeer round beller that we don't use anymore. I think it was a 705 Vermeer. I can't remember the number of that New Holland, but I ain't never had it knock the bell. Just every bell was loose. Shortly after you get a tractor, you want to do round bells. As far as feeding my cows, I wouldn't want to do any other way. I love the round bells for feeding my cows. It makes it, simple. But as far as selling hay, square bells is where the money's at, but it's also where the cost is at. Was it an 847 New Holland? I can't remember, Clint. It was the very first model that New Holland made. It was made in 1976, I believe, the same year I was born. Yeah, I think it was made. It was New Holland's first model. It might have been an 845. I don't remember. If I guess, anything I say, I'm going to be guessing. I've got the manual to it somewhere, but I'm not sure where the manual's at. Give me 1 second. I see a manual laying on the shelf right there. Let me sit there and see if that might happen to be 76. Yeah, 76 was a great year. I don't think that's it. No. That's a case manual. No, that's a case manual for my 8455. I really like our case round beller that we have now. It does a good job. The tractor holds it back. We could bale a lot more bales a day, or a lot more volume of hay with with the other tractors. 'Cause we could push them on up to 6 foot then. Probably get them up to 1,800 pound bales then. Did I miss anything when I went over there? Case 8430. Used to memorize manuals when you was a kid. I've got the manual to it somewhere. If it's not in this shop, it's at my farm shop, or it could be in my house. But I haven't used that beller in so long. I like to have a set of gathering wheels for my 8455 also. I thought about trying to make a set out of a set of Hiller blades. Get me a set of Hiller blades, the smallest ones I can get, and then get some 3/4 inch rubber and cut me like a star out of the just cut a star shape and bolt it right to the Hiller blade and put the mounts right on the pickup. Then you can adjust them up and down until you get them set how you want them. And then just when you pick your pickup up, they'll be clear to ground. And that's the only issue that I have with my baler, is that it will leave some if the windrow is, as wide as the pickup or the wind's blowing. If the wind's blowing like it normally is one-sided, then it'll blow it off of the windrow as it's picking it up. But I haven't had any luck finding a set of gathering wheels to fit mine. Getting ready to do your baler tomorrow. I don't believe it'll be as bad once you start on your baler, on the pickup on it, once you get started on it farm work. Like I said, that old New Holland of mine, the track that the bearings run in to control the pickup fingers would break out, and we go in there with some scrap steel and patch it up and weld it and grind it and go another year with it. See if you can find replacement wheels. Hold on, y'all. I gotta plug my phone up. It's about to cut off. Hold on one second. See if I can find a way to get y'all plugged up. Got my studio light up there where y'all can see me. Now I'm gonna make it throw up. I got the jacket. Carry my phone up where the plug will reach. All right, guys. Hey, now that you mentioned that about the little rake teeth, it seems like I seen a small rake at Northern Tool. I think they've got a little V-rakes that carries like a 2-foot that carries the 2-foot wheels, just that looks just like the wheels on our big V-rakes. That's a good idea. I need to check on that, because if they sell the rakes that small, they got to sell replacement wheels for them. Good. That was a good thought there, Back Farms. I need to check on that. And that'll be a lot lighter. Yeah, I keep telling them. I don't want to tell them too much or sound like I'm begging, but I keep mentioning it during the thing to give us one. Yeah, they say the thumbs up somehow keeps them sending it out. And got me a shop light. Uh-oh. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all guys coming in, all y'all new guys and the old guys. It's kind of rude not to offer y'all. I done put invitations out to all y'all guys. All y'all got to do is get up with me and let me know you want to come. and we'll have a cookout. We'll have a cookout. We'll drink some beer. Y'all come in the summer, we'll do some hay. Yeah, these pretty good old group of clowns that hang around and come in here on Sunday night with us. Most of them's pretty good guys. Except Mr. David. We got to keep an eye on Mr. David. You finishing your last bush light for the week? Have a heyday, that's right. I tell you what I've learned from experience though. I can be baling hay, and there'll be people ride by and see us, and you might get 10 people stopped at the end of the field just congregating, talking and laughing when the round beller's running. If that square beller's in the field, they don't know nobody stopped. It take me about 45 minutes to get to Myrtle Beach. Yeah, from where I'm sitting, I could be at the beach in about 45 minutes. But yeah, you had that square beller going in a field, you don't have to worry about nobody stopping. I reckon everybody's scared you're gonna ask them to help. You did a college time worth of drinking in a night and it went good. Yeah. Yeah, they won't even wave at you when they ride by if you got that square beller in the field working. All you see is the back of their head. $2,500 miles. That's a long ways for you to come get your puppy. Yeah, baling under the shed is easier. I get all that stuff like y'all got where it's automatic. I'll have everybody hanging around. You found out you got to pay $10 an hour for them to consider helping. Hockey games on. We used to have a little hockey team in an area in Florence. We used to go over there and watch a few of the hockey games. It was pretty cool, pretty interesting. Canadian Bud Light's your favorite. Hey, I got a question for y'all guys. Do y'all know how to catch a polar bear? Especially you, DLK, you live up where it's cold. Yeah, y'all know how to catch a polar bear? Still call it the torture chamber. It can be brutal. Yeah, I was gonna see if y'all guys ever trapped or caught a polar bear. An old guy told me one time, he said the best way to catch them is to dig you a hole in the ground about 4 or 5 foot square. Yeah, the guy said if you want to catch a polar bear, to dig you a hole about 4 or 5 foot, square, circle, whatever, and put sweet peas all the way around the hole. He said because polar bears love sweet peas. And he said when he gets up there and goes to eat them, you run up there and kick him in the ice hole. Like $7.50 to $10. $7 to $10 an hour to help pick up the hay and stuff. This cherubi's getting tough on my back and my butt, especially my back. All right, guys. What y'all got? Anybody else got something cool? Yeah, you cut a hole in the ice. You put sweet peas all the way around it, because polar bears love sweet peas. And then when he starts eating them, you run up there and kick him right in the ice hole. You know, I can't bring my wife's chair out here. I sneak it into my son's room when I'm doing it live inside, but I bring it out here in this shop, it's gonna get the wheels dirty. And then next Sunday, my eye be swole up like that. Y'all are black. You roll these chairs around on this rough cement like in these buildings, it eats the little wheels up on them fast. Not to mention how dirty they get. Need a shop chair like yours. I get all of the old ones when my wife, when she retires them, or my brother-in-law, or somebody that's got an important job, when they wear them out or something, then I'll go pick them up. As long as my dogs ain't out. If the dogs is out, the dogs will come straight in the building and get into chairs, and then they filthy. It's a $6,500 wheelchair you bought for $1,250 at the auction. Missed out on 7 bred heifers. Wow, all 7 of them sold for $3,600. You want me to measure the width of that aerator, Clint? Let me write that down. I think I seen something of yours you was talking about the chair. I'm trying to make me a note to measure that aerator for Clint. Prices are dropping big time. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of glad that we went ahead and sold. Head looks like a sack of apples. You talking about my head, Mr. Davis? Yeah, we lost most of our hay this year, or about half of it or so. I decided then to go ahead and sell my calves instead of waiting to the spring like I generally do. And I'm glad now that it's kind of looking fortunate that we did go ahead and sell them when we did. Sometimes things happen for a reason, guys. Buy low, sell high. Yeah, when I go to buy, they high. When I go to sell, they low. I run the opposite. Somehow that's how my luck goes. They were bred by a top of the line bull. One of my neighbors has got a good bull. Yeah, one of my neighbors has got a high dollar bull that's all the tests is done and genetics and all that stuff, and I had to go over there 3 times and get my bull out the pen from breeding his cows. That bull ain't got no backbone. A little 2-year-old bull of mine went over there and put his bull out there running with the donkeys, and my bull was running with the cows. I think something's wrong with that bull, though, to be honest with you. I know if another bull goes in one of my pens, my bull's gonna fight. He ain't gonna get away. I'm trying to think. I think they weighed like 550 or 580 average. Hey, Alea, I think I'm probably saying your name wrong. Thanks for stopping in. I think they weighed like 550 or 580 average. I don't even remember. I talked about it on one of the videos. If I had to guess, I'd say 210 a pound. I'm not sure though. I don't want to tell you that for sure. Like I said, because I know I talked about it in one of the videos, and I don't have no paperwork right here with me. I don't mind saying the prices of what we sell stuff for. I mean, that's just the market. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna mess with my wife's chair for sure. Not out here. If I'm inside, I'll borrow it. But I don't mind sharing when we sell stuff like that. I just don't talk about the number of cows that we have. It's just something that nobody in my area does. Everybody in my area views that as asking how much money do they have in the bank. And if you ask a bunch of the old timers around me how many cows they got, they'll flat out ask you how much money do you got in the bank. I think the last I heard on the prices when I checked, the same cows that I sold for just say $2.10, you could probably get them now for $1.50, $1.40. Just the best I can remember. The same as acres of farm ground there. Yeah, the old timers here won't tell you nothing. If you talk to them, like, if I go on their place and record the ones that would let me, you won't get nothing out of them except them's cows and they doing good or they ain't doing good or I wouldn't mess with them. That's what they tell you. That's the way it should be. Mind your business and I'll mind mine. Yeah, Clint, I told you I've been telling your daddy that since I met him on here. I'd put me up a good little paddock right there beside that building and put me about either one or I'd probably do two. If you got two, they ain't near as apt to try to get out. Yeah, I'd buy me two calves right now or the first, so I'd buy them right now if I was you. Put them out there and feed them all them fines. Put them automatic water in with a frost valve where you don't have to worry about it freezing. Then you get them up to 600 pound or so, carry them to the sales, sell them, get you two more. If you weren't so far away, I would put two up there because that's a lot of free food that they could be eating that's going to waste. But that's a long ways for me to go, and then you call me and tell me my cows is out. You're trying to figure out how to catch the fines for rabbits. Hey Tim, glad you made it in, buddy. Hope everything's going good for you. Hey Farm, how's it going? Mr. Dave and Clint, they've got like cut off totes, like the 300-gallon plastic totes put up under theirs. Yeah, they had the plastic totes cut off just high enough to slide up under where the shavings fall. They got 5 or 6 of them under their machine. Yeah, I'd had that baby just finished up dinner, Tim. Well, if they calling for it and it's a byproduct that you got, I'd be trying to figure out how to get it to them. 2 words, rain and wind. Tyler, we've actually had good weather here for the past 2 days. Yesterday was real windy when I recorded that video of that equipment, but no rain. And I think this coming week's supposed to be good. I think there's a chance of rain Tuesday. But other than that, it's looking like we got a good week coming. Indian summer. Hauled a 2-ton truck off yesterday. Yeah, I'm hoping it would we need some dry weather, y'all. The ground is completely saturated. We would normally be putting out potash and lime and stuff to the fields, but if you get in the fields now, you're going to rut them up. Or any of our fields, you're going to rut up. Yeah, them fines, they could definitely mix with grain and feed. No help to make it happen. It's hard to find anybody in our area to work, period. If you doing hay and you trying to get it up. I was telling everybody earlier, Tyler, that we caught about 6 mice in the building here with normal traps. And then we put the bucket out and we haven't caught anything in the bucket. But we haven't caught anything in the normal mouse traps or in the glue traps either since we put them out. So we might be thinning them down. Tomorrow I'm going to take that bucket trap over to my farm shop and I'm going to put it there, and then I'll do an update or something and let y'all know how it's working, because I really believe that we've thinned them down here before I built the bucket. So that's not a fair test on it, I think. But I'll carry it to the other shop in the morning and see what it does, and I'll let y'all know. But as of now, it hasn't caught anything. He did the bucket mouse trap in the camper last year and caught 16. Yeah, most of the stuff I hear on the bucket traps, say they work. That's why I don't want to, talk bad about it, because I believe that it's just the circumstances that I'm not seeing any more droppings or no activity of them. So I believe we took care of the problem before we done it. Yeah, how long did it take you to catch 16 of them? They tip off, okay. So the bucket trap you talking about, once they get out on it, then it falls over, then it resets. Where the bucket that we built has got the cans that roll on it. Well, guys, it's been 88 minutes. I'm gonna go to 90 minutes and then I'm gonna shut it down. So we got about 2 minutes and then I'm gonna hop off of here then. Go in and get me a shower. You caught 3, but you put poison out. A mouse ran across your foot. $27 in 4 days. Wow. Yeah, the mice normally come out here when it starts getting cold and they start doing and when everything is about finished cutting, they start cutting all the beans and everything, and they get out and they'll find your shops and stuff. Well, guys, if y'all haven't given us a thumbs up, please do so. I appreciate all y'all coming in and hanging out with us tonight. And don't forget, we'll do it again next Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow, if you had them where you was walking and stepping on, that was bad. I'd have to be poison or something, them babies. I don't know, Farmer Tyler. Like I said, I'm going to carry mine to my other shop where there's been no traps or there ain't been no poison or nothing put over there. If it catches them there, I'm going to let you know. If it don't catch them there, I'm going to let y'all know. And if I don't do a video on it, y'all just I'll try to remember to talk about it next Sunday night on the live. Oilers is doing great, 3-0. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all have a good week. I appreciate y'all watching. We'll see y'all on the next one. Take care.